Preset arms!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
No.
It is a proud Boise State tradition to honor our graduates who are active military or veterans of the United States Armed Forces. Please look at the red, white, and blue honor cards signifying our military graduates. In addition, there are a number of men and women in the service of our country who are deployed to far parts of the world. To honor all of those who serve and sacrifice for the freedoms we treasure, we offer this moment of silent reflection. Thank you, and please be seated. Please join me in acknowledging Lauren Faulkner on violin, Professor Mark Hansen on keyboard, the City of Boise Police Pipes and Drums, the Boise Police Honor Guard, and our own Boise State ROTC for that beautiful introduction to today's ceremony. Good morning and welcome to the 100th graduation ceremony at Boise State University. Our very first commencement to be held on the famous blue turf. We have enough people here for half of a football game. The last time we held commencement on a football field was 1981, and the turf was green, if you can imagine. We moved the ceremony indoors when the pavilion, now the Taco Bell Arena, was built, but we've had such an increase in graduates and proud family members, of course, who have wanted to attend commencement, we decided we needed a larger venue. Now, in one sense, it is so appropriate that all of you on this floor, or most of you on this floor today who are graduating, would be here this year on the blue, because it was just 4 years ago when we initiated the tradition of forming the B on the blue after the invocation when you were first-year students. Now you're back, totally transformed, of course, and ready to hit the real world. We are delighted to have you with us today. Congratulations, graduates, on reaching this important milestone in your lives. Today, we are proud to recognize your significant academic achievement and celebrate a future inspired by scholarship. Your education here has prepared you to keep pushing the boundaries of knowledge to improve the human condition and to make planet Earth a most livable place for all of us. For those of you receiving your undergraduate degrees, this is a moment to reflect on that significant transition from your high school years to your experience here at Boise State. It's our fondest hope that because of this experience, you are better prepared to face the career challenges and the opportunities that await you in a rapidly changing global economy. With the foundation of learning you've acquired here at Boise State, you've ignited in yourselves a passion for education and learning, which will serve you well now and, we hope, last a lifetime. For those of you receiving advanced degrees here at Boise State today, you are graduates of a university that has climbed to new heights, recently reclassified by the Carnegie Foundation as a doctoral research university. Actually, every graduate receiving a degree from Boise State benefits from this new Carnegie designation as a doctoral research university. It not only enhances the reputation and quality of our graduate work, but it will also increase the value of the Boise State degree for all graduates and all alumni as well. Of course, your educational journey that brings you to this juncture of your lives did not happen alone. Without considerable personal sacrifice on your part, sure, but in addition, a good deal of support from your family and friends. So at this moment, and by the way, wasn't that cool to see all that video up there where you had an opportunity individually to thank your parents and your families and all that who have supported you? But now we're going to give you an opportunity in group to do the same. We'd like moms and dads, husbands and wives, brothers and sisters, children, grandparents, aunts and uncles, significant friends, please stand so our graduates can thank you for your role in their college education. Also, if I may, I'd like to ask the graduates who are the first in their families to receive a college degree to please stand so we can thank and celebrate your achievement and thank your families. We are honored today to have members of our Board of Education with us. Our board members are appointed by the governor and volunteer their time to set policy for all public education in Idaho, including serving as trustees of Boise State University. We feel fortunate to have a board so deeply committed to the highest quality education for Idaho's college and university students. Joining us today are trustees Linda Clark, vice president of the board, and Andy Scoggin, board member and also executive vice president at Albertsons Companies. Dr. Linda Clark was appointed to the Idaho State Board of Education in 2015. Dr. Clark spent 43 years as an Idaho educator, retiring most recently after 11 years as the superintendent of the West Ada School District, the largest and most rapidly growing public school district in Idaho. Dr. Clark has a Bachelor's of Arts degree from Boise State, a master's from the University of Idaho, and a doctorate from the University of San Francisco. Dr. Clark will bring greetings from the board.
Thank you, Dr. Kustra. It's a special honor for me to participate in this 100th graduation ceremony at Boise State University. I want to extend my personal thank you to the many family members and friends who have supported these graduates to make today's commencement ceremony possible. On behalf of my colleagues on the State Board of Education and Board of Trustees for Boise State University, I am delighted to congratulate you graduates on your many accomplishments. You will leave this ceremony today with a sound educational foundation, well prepared to meet the future. I anticipate seeing great things from all of you as you take your newly acquired skills and knowledge into the world. As you leave Boise State, I urge you to join me in actively supporting education. Start by joining and supporting your alumni association, and then extend your support in other ways to our public schools, community colleges, technical schools, or our colleges and universities. Your continued personal commitment and support for education will make it possible for others to enjoy access to the world of opportunities that your Boise State education has opened for you. Again, congratulations and best wishes, and go Broncos.
Boise State has experienced significant enrollment growth in recent years. You are testimony to that growth, of course. 1,755 of you are participating today, a record commencement for a Boise State University, and that is really exciting for us. Serving nearly 28,000 students annually, we confront many of the same challenges that any large public university struggles with. Our faculty and staff not only focus on serving more students every year, but also developing new programming as more and more students visit us for their undergraduate education and graduate education. The extraordinary accomplishments of our faculty and staff contribute directly to the value of the degree you receive today. It is with great pleasure that I now introduce the University Vice Presidents and the head of the Faculty Senate. Dr. Martin Schimpf, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Mr. Kevin Satterley, Vice President and Chief Operating Officer. Mr. Mark Heil, Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. Dr. Mark Rudin, Vice President for Research and Economic Development. Ms. Laura Simic, Vice President for University Advancement. And Dr. Leslie Webb, Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management. And Dr. Scott Lowe, our Faculty Senate President. Provost Schimpf, will you please come forward and introduce the academic deans of Boise State University?
Thank you, President Kestra. It is my honor to introduce the academic deans of the university. Dr. Tammy Vakahasi, Dean, Graduate College. Dr. Tony Rourke, Dean, College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Ken Peterson, Dean, College of Business and Economics. Dr. Amy Mall, Dean, College of Engineering. Mr. Gordon Jones, Dean, College of Innovation and Design. Dr. Corey Cook, Dean, School of Public Service. Professor Tracy Bicknell Holmes, Dean, University Libraries. Mr. Mark Wheeler, Dean, Extended Studies. And Dr. Andrew Finstuen, Dean, Honors College. Let me also take a moment to commend our faculty, whose efforts guided these graduates to successful completion of their programs of study. Many of them are seated on the blue, both on the right side and the left sides of the field. Please join me in thanking our faculty. This occasion also serves as a time to recognize faculty members who are retiring. This spring, we have 12 faculty members who are entering retirement and who are being honored by their colleagues as emeriti faculty. Displayed on Bronco Vision are those 12 outstanding faculty members who are retiring this year. Special recognition goes to Professor Mary Ann Toll in the Department of Nursing, with 41 years of service to Boise State University. The university wishes to express a special thank you to these individuals for their dedicated service to students, alumni, community, and university. Please join me in applauding the efforts of our emeriti faculty.
It's a tradition here at Boise State to select a student to speak at commencement. For me and for most of us on this stage who hear these speeches twice a year, this is an amazing and awesome moment. where we see the depth and the breadth of accomplishments and experiences that a Boise State student can amass while pursuing an undergraduate degree. And let me tell you something, this year's speaker is no exception. We have another first today. We have another first. For the first time at a commencement at Boise State University, our student speaker is an international student. And her parents are here today from France. Roger and Nadine, 3 of her siblings, some of her best friends are right over there in section 24. And guess what? She managed to keep that a secret from them, and I'm the first one to tell them their daughter is the commencement speaker at Boise State University. How's that? Oceane Pelwell is a Boise State University top 10 scholar and an athlete, as well as a dynamic, thoughtful, driven, articulate, and considerate global citizen. Oceane is from a small town near Orleans, France, about 2 hours south of Paris. She came to Boise State on an athletic scholarship to play golf. A first-generation college student, she arrived in an unfamiliar place, far away from home and family, but she was driven by resilience that defined her as an athlete, and she excelled academically as well. Her interest in helping others intensified during a trip to Jamaica with Boise State's Student Involvement and Leadership Center, and it inspired her to build her experience with not-for-profit organizations, with language and education in less developed countries. Through Boise State's School of Public Service, Oceane pursued an independent study, seeking to explain the variables that impact the education and inequality in Chile, Brazil, and Mexico. Her capstone project involved researching and analyzing variables that influence access to primary education in Guatemala. Oceane has also found time to share her experiences and skills with others along the way, as a volunteer with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and an advocate for Make-A-Wish, Idaho. Oceane was acknowledged as an all-American athlete, academic, and she has served on our Student Athlete Association committee. She's fluent in 3 languages, English, French, and American Sign Language. Her family and friends made the trip, as I said earlier, and we're just delighted to have you with us today. Boise State, class of 2017, help me welcome Oceane Pelwell.
Thank you. Well, I'd like to say bonjour et bienvenue to all of you. It's really an honor to represent all of you today. So first, I'd like all of us to get comfortable. And I'm going to invite every single one of you, teachers, alumni, graduates, families, and even you, President Castro, to close your eyes. Please, everyone, just close your eyes now that you're comfortable. And now, I'd like you to remember a moment when you made a mistake in the last year. Perhaps you just spilled your cup of coffee, or maybe you made a bigger mistake that's really important to you. So now that you remember it, I'd like you to remember how you talk to yourself. What words did you use? With which tone? And how did you feel? Now that you remember that mistake, on the count to 3, I'm going to ask you to look at the person sitting right next to you, and you're going to tell that person exactly what you told yourself, using the same tone, the same words. And please don't cheat. Do it exactly like you imagined it. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Say it to your neighbor. Well, I'm pretty sure I've heard a couple of "you're stupid" or "you suck" or "why did you do this?" Isn't it funny that we would never say that to anyone else, but for some reason, this is how we talk to yourself. I would never say that to my friends or my family because I trust them and I want to encourage them anytime. But I think I realized this exercise really hit home. It made me realize that there's a difference between being driven and being extremely hard on yourself and actually negatively impacting yourself. I've read a book a couple months ago and it said, every time you use a bad word to describe yourself, pinch your thumb. Well, I swear, a week later, my thumb was hurting. And this is what we do to our soul when we just use such bad words. And I think the point of that is that you just defined yourself by what you were doing instead of by who you are. Because I think we will all agree here that living here, we don't really care about what people have, what business they owe, but we will remember how they make us feel. What is it that lies within their heart? What are the values they stand up for? And I think the main point of that is that we are not human doings, but we are human beings. One of my favorite author and entrepreneur, Adam Brown, once said, "Those I met, they find themselves by what was on their mind, not on their business card." And today, I just want to honor someone that really, really influenced me and opened the door of wisdom to me that I'm sure all of us know. It's Christina. And Christina works at the parking kiosk by the library and the administration building. I know all of us know Christina. And we've all experienced frustration with parking at some point, I'm sure. But I am sure that every single one of us, every time we encountered Christina, she really changed our day and made us feel special. And, you know, she's not a superhuman. She's just using a human trait that we all have, and it's her smile. I truly believe that the smile is the most beautiful expression of your soul, and that Christina let it shine for the good of the world. And I invited Christina. I don't know if she's here today, but I hope that she can hear this, because to me, she's a real leader. So yes, we might go in this world, and we might all have business cards, yes. But most of all, we might be leaders. And a leader will always try to connect with people's heart by finding out what passion lies within their heart. This is our responsibility to bring people to become their most positive selves. I always love to meet people, truly, because I believe that we all have something to teach the world. We are all extremely different, but we are all part of a piece of a puzzle. We're all crucial to the whole picture. So now, as you look back on your experience at Boise State, I hope that you realize that you came here with many fears, and some were real, but some were not. And you overcame it, and you maybe also tackled them down. But reality is only what you see. And the reason why I say that is because the only person you will forever be with is yourself. So trust yourself. Don't wait for people's approval, because you are here to accomplish your life mission. So what is it? Who do you want to become? So through your experiences here, you felt a lot of emotions, and you learned about your behaviors and your reactions in the faces of challenges. So I hope that it showed you how powerful you can be. Trust the voice inside your heart, because if you stop listening, it's only going to stop talking to you. So I believe that we all came here with a spark. Boise State ignited a flame. So now, it is your responsibility to find peace within your heart and to find what sets your soul on fire. Because you know what a fire does? It spreads fast and it's going to be hard to stop. Merci.
Beautifully done, Lucia. Wow. Thank you, OCN. What a compassionate gesture. What a compassionate gesture for OCN to shout out Christina. Just in case you're wondering, Christina was helping direct you into the parking lot today, and she'll be back on duty on Monday morning, I'm sure, welcoming people to Boise State. But it says so much about our commencement speaker. There's a bucket of compassion there that's going to be really hard to fill up again once OCN leaves us. Well, it's very exciting to be also here at a moment now when we are at the conferring of degrees and certificates. Before we start, I would like to highlight a few milestones that we've reached on our way to this 100th commencement exercise. 45 years ago, we conferred our first master's degree. 20 years ago, we offered our first doctoral program. The Alumni Association celebrates its 50th year, and the College of Engineering will turn 20 this fall. Our infamous Blue Thunder Marching Band turns 30 this year, and the 2007 Fiesta Bowl win against Oklahoma was 10 years ago. And you, class of 2017, you are part of the continuing timeline. All in all, we have 2,369 students eligible for graduation today, qualifying for 2,682 degrees or certificates. As I said earlier, 1,755 of you chose to walk today. 617 of you are graduating magna cum laude, 41 summa cum laude, 207 magna cum laude, 369 cum laude. Please stand so we may recognize your significant accomplishments on the academic field. Provost Schimpf will now present the candidates for degrees earned.
I too wish to extend my congratulations and best wishes to the candidates. It is my pleasure to present the candidates who have met the degree requirements and have been recommended by the faculty for graduation. Will the candidates for doctoral degrees please rise? Will the candidates for education specialist please rise? Will the candidates for master's degrees please rise? Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees please rise? And will the candidates for associate degrees please rise? President Castro.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of Boise State University, and upon the recommendations of the deans and the faculty, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate doctoral, master's, specialist, bachelor's, and associate degrees with all the rights and privileges thereto.
Graduates, please be seated. It is now time to begin the individual recognition of each graduate in the order of degree and by college noted in your program. Names will be read by Ann Price, Lecturer, Theater Arts, Dr. Richard Clouch, Chair, Theater Arts, Dr. Gordon Reinhardt, Professor, Theater Arts, and Dr. Heidi Reeder, Director of Leadership and Human Relations in the College of Innovation and Design. Mr. President, I present the candidates for doctoral degrees. Will the doctoral degree candidates and their faculty advisors please come forward to the front of the stage?
Doctor of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Scott James Moorcroft. Hooded by Dr. Tyler Johnson and Dean Richard Osguthorpe. Doctor of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Belma Sadikovic. Hooded by Dr. Stanley Steiner and Dean Richard Osguthorpe. Doctor of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Jamie Nicole Sand. Hooded by Associate Dean Jennifer Snow. Doctor of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Tasha Tororica. Hooded by Dr. Jonathan Brendifer. Doctor of Education in Educational Technology, Lisa Janine Berry. Hooded by Dr. Carrie Rice. Doctor of Education in Educational Technology, Dennis Joseph Large. Hooded by Dr. Ross Perkins. Doctor of Education in Educational Technology, Molly Jean Large. Hooded by Dr. Ross Perkins.
Doctor of Nursing Practice, Teresa Bird, hooded by Dr. Kim Martz and Associate Dean Joelle Powers. Doctor of Nursing Practice, Leslie Huff Falk, hooded by Dr. Teresa Surratt and Associate Dean Joelle Powers. Doctor of Nursing Practice, Tracy Fawns, hooded by Dr. Pamela Strophus and Associate Dean Joelle Powers. Doctor of Nursing Practice, Heidi Johnston, hooded by Dr. Kim Martz and Associate Dean Joelle Powers. Doctor of Nursing Practice, Rebecca Lee Hooper Cassie, hooded by Dr. Teresa Surratt and Associate Dean Joelle Powers. Doctor of Nursing Practice, Lynette Victoria Marshall, hooded by Dr. Pam Strophus and Associate Dean Joelle Powers. Doctor of Nursing Practice, Maria Michelle Simizu, hooded by Dr. Pamela Strophus and Associate Dean Joelle Powers. Doctor of Nursing Practice, Karen Marie Thies, hooded by Dr. Teresa Surratt and Associate Dean Joel Powers. Doctor of Philosophy in Biomolecular Sciences, Hunter Jeffrey Covert, hooded by Dr. Cheryl Jorsick and Dean Tony Rourke. Doctor of Philosophy in Biomolecular Sciences, Jonathan Charles Reek, hooded by Dr. Julia Oxford and Dean Tony Rourke. Doctor of Philosophy in Geosciences, Thomas Anthony Colby, hooded by Associate Dean C.J. Northrup and Dean Tony Rourke. Doctor of Philosophy in Geosciences, Vincent H. Isaacson, hooded by Dr. Mark Schmitz and Dean Tony Rourke. Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical and Computer Engineering, Jun Gua, hooded by Dr. Hao Chen and Dean Amy Mall. Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical and Computer Engineering, Fedi Hussein, hooded by Dr. Nader Rafla and Dean Amy Mall. Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical and Computer Engineering, Marcus Perlman, hooded by Dr. Jim Browning and Dean Amy Mall. Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, Isaac Gene Williamson, hooded by Dr. Lan Lee and Dean Amy Mall.
A doctoral degree constitutes the highest achievement that a student can attain in the academic world. And thus, while the degree symbolizes the culmination of an individual's life as a student, it does not mean the end of learning. To the contrary, one who receives a doctoral degree bears a special responsibility to cultivate and disseminate learning through one's chosen field of endeavor. I congratulate you on earning a doctoral degree and charge you to honor the special responsibility that this highest degree entails. Graduates, please be seated. I now ask that Dr. Tammy Vakahasi, Dean of the Graduate College, and Dr. Donald Stepich, Interim Associate Dean, please come forward and recognize the education specialists and master's degree graduates. And will the graduates receiving education specialist degree and master's degrees rise and come down to the front of the stage?
Carly Laverne Gray,
Edwin Gregory Cordero,
Stephanie Ann Corbett,
Jessica J. Stone,
Elizabeth Angelis,
Eileen Holden,
Rhiannon Grace Troll,
Scott W. Muir,
Ashley Betts,
Lee Elizabeth Peebles,
Michaela Marie Milstein,
Ty Shippen,
Lizette Salgado,
Keely D. Campbell,
Daniel Zaya,
Brett Heller,
Molly Jo Volk,
Michael Mendive,
Jamie Funanto Wynn,
Angela Abigail Wilson,
Kylie Brianne Pace,
Jasper Gibbons,
Dawn Marie Petta,
Ryan Bumgardner,
Therese Ann Hooft,
Joshua Logan Tanner,
Jasmine Johanna Quezada,
Jackie Ray Babb,
Lisa Ray Dollar Apel,
Michael Keith,
Claire Hartley Dickinson,
Enzo Esposito,
Casey Lynn Wynn,
Christopher LaPeters,
Ryan Eugene Faith,
Carl Fennon,
William Henry Krebs,
Brent Vizoso,
Suzanne Marie Tardif,
Molia Mayamora Hoyman,
Belle Ruth Holsinger,
Eric Michael Lowe,
Charlotte Ball,
Ryan J. Zimmerman,
Patricia Ann Smeyers,
Paul Joseph Casey,
Brenda Ritter,
Angela K. Ogle,
Melanie Elizabeth Jones,
Stephanie Suzanne Potter,
Chelsea K. Bame,
Robert Taniguchi,
Casey Elizabeth Babb,
Mentek Lee,
Devon Downey,
Iker Vasquez Lopez,
Kimberly Couch,
Ruthvik Vaila,
Jody Ann Holst,
Natish Dakal,
Mackenzie L. Case,
Harish Areli,
Jacob Lawrence Lusinski,
Shuai Pong,
Charles Anthony L. Dean,
Dale L. Roberts,
Stuart Thomas Fox,
Joey Barroso,
Mackenzie Lee Cabot,
Robert Jean Humphrey,
Brian Charles Rabin,
Jesse James Oliver,
Jeffrey Robert Barnes,
Lonnie Jackson,
Sherry Lynn Johnson,
Stella Saltaga,
Tina Ann Holmquist,
Matthew Dimitri Johnston,
Amy Vanek,
Nabil Kali,
Kimberly Dawn Bowen,
Lucy Sholtsova Richardson,
Mary Sue Messenger,
Brandon Neil Young,
Taylor Nicole Nelson,
Tasha Nicole Clark,
Carrie Elizabeth Bloom Downer,
Molly Beth Zimmer,
Toby Lynn Lewis,
Navar Aga,
Victoria Kathleen Murphy,
Benjamin Lewis Chukovich,
Tamra Nicole Olson,
Maureen Tacky,
Skylar James Meeks,
Daniel Ryan Swanson,
Allison Nichelle King,
Lauren Patricia Faulkner,
Madison Hanson,
Anvar Imimovic,
Nicole Rita Carabas,
James Joseph Nelson,
Emery Ross,
Caitlin K. Mansfield,
Charlie G. Turner,
Gregory Reese Olson,
Amy Jo Schultz,
Anthony Paul Inman,
Kylie Reagan,
Jennifer Shamsi,
Heather Nicole Olson,
Sarah Orton,
Christopher James Dalton,
Alicia Nicole Summers,
Cody Huckvale,
Christina Tuiasosopa,
Rebecca Elizabeth Davis,
Amanda Jane Paget,
Alexandria Starr Allen,
Lee Vermeer Yates,
Austin Leon Legg,
Mindy Kim,
Nicholas Fry,
Matthew D. Schwartz,
Sean Richard Patton,
Mitchell Robert Drosty,
Nicole Danielle Cornell,
Robert Max Letterman,
Andrew Braden Gillette,
Michael John Elias Thomas,
Ryan Allen Eisenbach,
Erdal Hannick,
Daniel Jacob Fearman,
Emmanuel Ugo Chukwa Ize,
Sarah Lynn Koch,
Vinton Edward Gwynn,
Alexandra Amalia Peck,
Paul Charles B. Sheldon,
Phil Moon,
Stephanie L. Voigt,
Nicole Marie Andrews,
Alexander Kenneth Casper,
Shannon Erickson,
Benjamin Jacob Noel,
Dusty Lauren Steiner.
Christian Thurn Anderson,
Marshawn Lois Bates.
Jacob Dobson,
Nicole A. Sullivan.
Cheryl Ruth Ord,
Brianna Corel Kuntz.
Amy Renee Hall,
Brittany Price.
Catherine Mary Yakel,
Lucas Felton.
Madison Thayer Stumpf,
Haley Comer.
Alexandria Nicole Stutzman,
Caitlin Brooke Wagner.
Rance Floyd Portner,
Stefan Christian Peters.
Brandon Michael Fudge,
Joseph Gabrielle Peterson.
Michael Joel Schneider,
Daniel Lee Miller Jr.
Franklin William Day,
Eva Marie Fontaine.
Isidro Zaragoza Jr.,
Brett Benjamin Hill.
Christian Maldonado,
Courtney Elizabeth Holler.
Dylan E. Schmick,
Bradley Tinker.
Emily Ann Flannery,
Joseph Brenneman Runyon.
Devin James Ogden,
Jacqueline Diane Porter.
Matthew Aaron Punches,
Susan J. Lancaster.
Carrie Kelly Punches,
Widad Mohammed Mubaraki.
Morgan Elizabeth Prince,
Kyunga Ako.
Catherine Marie Bomberger,
Benjamin Lim.
Ivan Sanchez,
Colin Guth.
Cassidy Ann Runyon,
Cassandra Joe McBean.
Keaton Christina Hampton,
Austin Switzer.
Carla Gonzalez,
Lauren Jill Menger.
Alika Delgado Espriu,
Emily Leckie.
Sabrina Marie Durchi,
Ben Allen Johnson.
Trevor Aaron Kestner,
Rebecca Ann Morgan.
Harpreet Singh,
Kayla Burton.
Jesus Francisco Gomez,
Matthew Jacobson.
Yoon Jin Park,
Benjamin Cranbull.
Mia Thursday Mercado Evangelista,
Marcus Shaw.
Sean Toole Albertson,
Caitlin Martita Kukral.
Brittany Abigail Jaramillo Lizama,
Demi D. Lowley.
Jessica Ramona Rodriguez,
Jennifer Margaret Montserrat.
Alexander Edward Schloss,
Matthew Robert Furman.
Kayleen Tyndall,
Douglas Joe Sato.
Nicole Susho Thiem,
William Peter Bogdanoff II.
Alexandra Gauthier,
Mitchell Warren Hill.
Kendra Hutton,
Nancy Susan Youngblood.
Bennett Rachel Munoz,
Stephanie Shebley.
Tara Marie Jones,
Allison Slediger.
Jamie Larson,
Paige Lee Olivetti.
Lydia Ruth Blackwell,
Kayleen Quinn Strong.
Laura Goodwin,
Eric Stewart.
Baco Valencia,
Michael Joseph Adera.
Catherine Stuhler Hines,
Tansy Marie Lystad.
Christopher Hans Felt,
Jeff Church.
Nicholas J. McLean,
Megan Diane Yerke.
Samir Keshavars Rabar,
Rachel Rose Rank.
Mohammed Kamran Latif,
Dana Marie Gillette.
Cassandra Clark Nye,
Melissa Ann Ball.
Sean Casey Luster,
Julie Ann Sinclair.
Ethan Wayne Lopez,
Crystal Marie Hatt.
Stephen Lansing Gabrielson,
Catherine Karen Keys.
Jessica Bottleberg,
Lindsay Diane Todd.
Kyle Head,
Alexander Michael Belial.
Ashley Ann Anderson,
Jan Cesar de Seabra Pereira Giosefi.
Rachel Elizabeth Fike,
Chase W. Rader.
Hannah Jo Coad,
Karina May Dreween.
Nandini Kosh,
Bridget Madeline Duffy.
Mantrinya Pandaranathan, Sharada Rekana, Karishme Kadriger.
Please join us in congratulating these graduates. Graduates, please be seated. Will Dr. Tony Rourke, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and Dr. C.J. Northrup, Associate Dean, please come forward and recognize the graduates from the College of Arts and Sciences. And will the graduates from the College of Arts and Sciences receiving degrees please rise and come to the front of the stage.
Amy N. Hildebrandt.
Ricky K. Arnell.
Samantha Lynn Hensey.
Michael David Wallingford.
Bridget Phelps.
Ashley Renee Smith.
Nancy M. Fletcher.
Kelsey Frederick.
Colby Weston Deagle.
Ridge Michael Baldner.
Brenda Lilani Rodriguez Villas.
Tabitha Renee Penny.
Wan Ying Fu.
Siklinde Garcia Metseda.
Talegra Brown.
Yvette Harper.
Amber Serena Mack.
Darla Marie Harold.
Kedney Jordan Ellis.
Matthew William Lund Jr.
Major Alonzo Z.
Stephen M. Krejci.
Brian Hudson Stupek.
Michael Large.
Kristen Nicole Kurtzinger.
Ian Michael Blackstone.
Lindsay Rose Murchison.
Riley A. Moore.
Chandra Verlinda Reyna.
Wendy Blazer.
Clarissa Elise Abidog.
Mackenzie Howard Fox.
Caitlin Joy Shrevas.
Hannah Noel Gibson.
Christina Washington.
Megan Carol Henry.
Tatiana Sorokina.
Brooke Lynn Roney.
William Arthur Edwards.
Lydia May Blair.
Shri Arjuna Walsh.
Jason Michael May.
Taylor Lee Olson.
Jesse Lee Nelson.
Chelsea Stump.
Jana Joanne Wary.
Jennifer Zahorik Hawkins.
Cody Nichols.
Alexander B. Vestermark.
Christine Elizabeth Grube.
Christine McLeana.
Robin Lynn Monkarsh.
Cameo Scarlett Rose Willett.
Laura Lee Sunderland.
Taylor M. Smith.
Brian Telestai.
Tyler James Dougal.
Brandon Michael Franklin.
Patrick M. Sweeney.
Samantha Lancaster.
Christopher Carlson.
Christopher Dean Henderson.
Stevenson Earl Roth.
Annie Bulow.
Jordan Atnip.
Mackenzie Elizabeth Alsop.
Bailey Elaine Hathaway.
Audrey M. Brasil.
Jaden L. Toddhunter.
Jacob Colton Cryer.
Juliana Gomez.
Ryan Freers.
Elise Nicole Northrup.
Nancy Ellen Lorita.
Katie Marie McMillan.
Nathaniel C. King.
Candace Michelle Rude.
Abigail Jean Kate.
Aaron Cody Bigler.
Shane Gordon Larson.
Misty Lane Casey.
William J. Higginson.
Andrea Renee Wisniewski.
Deborah Molnar.
Erica Vaudrin.
Christina Renee Larkin.
Curtis Heichman.
Jasmine Ishakem Mikarajar.
Brian Sean O'Neill.
Jorge Victor Avando Jr.
Ashley Marie Kraus.
Mackenzie Brooke Oborn.
Danielle Terry Reff.
Amanda Joyce McLean.
Jonathan Reff.
Aubrey Marie Balfour.
Gary Richard Koopman.
Michael McHugh.
Rebecca Jean Perron.
Stephen Leroy Hale.
Christine May Smith.
Mungura Moses Bay. Mutembe.
Melissa Michelle Wagner.
Jennifer Cruz Sablan.
Kimberly Marie Nagel.
Robert James Henderson.
Clayton Joseph Panzeri.
Daniel Wade.
Trayton William Ledoux.
Joshua Kent Pretty.
Carla Constance Vernola.
Hannah Michelle Wheel,
Sarah Lynn Hastings.
Mackenzie Grace Greenlee,
Tanner Scott Shipley.
Hannah Marie Hart,
Ryan Christopher Wolpen.
Christopher W. Butler,
Glenna Ann Castle.
Olivia Claire Tripp,
Sharon Elizabeth Westbrook.
Melanie Diane Radford,
Georgette Magda Sikaros.
Kingsley A. Morris,
Amy Lynn Cutter.
Sterling Ashley Morris,
Nicholas Ryan Zilka.
Kyle Jordan Widdison,
Marcelina Maria Williams.
Bailey Marie Tullock,
Paige Stewart Roban.
Rebecca Ann Evans,
Christopher Stewart.
Robert Arthur Schulke,
Richard Christian Caldwell.
Kent Douglas Wade,
Helena Nicoli Fujisen.
Gloria Odelma Shenade,
Hayden G. Hancock.
Ryan Brackney,
Kelly Louise Morton.
Cassandra Alicia Nevarez,
Garrett Edward Warren.
Tracy L. Bringhurst,
Robert Ridd Duncan.
David C. Martin,
Michela Green.
Galen Vincent Edmo,
Brian D. Poe.
Matthew Date,
Brian Ramon Donaso.
Brandon Loyal Sorensen,
Hannah Lynn Unger.
Alexandra Helene Bodner,
Brandy M. Inglis.
Evan Tegley,
Haley Elizabeth Townsend.
Mary E. Parker,
Jill Marie Smith.
Alexander Madsen Knutson,
Antonio Efren Ramirez.
Bailey Italina Clark,
Franklin A. Fox.
Jared Pellegrino,
Jessica Taylor Jacobs.
Eric Noyce,
Jessica Judith Simonson.
Anthony Gary Ames,
Brooke Lynn Emery.
Owen Lowe,
Savannah Hanks.
Kenyon Hall Middleton,
Matthew C. Stocking.
Elise Avalon Van Loon,
Faith Elena Myers.
Grant Patrick Labe,
Steve Silva.
Allison Ann Reed,
Justin Wayne Henry.
Riley Joe Walters,
Brandon K. Sams.
Caitlin Kathleen Thornton,
Casey Allison Hoke.
Zukain Ahmed Al-Said,
Justin Wade Fields.
Catherine Margaret Hamilton,
Luke Robert Yates.
Michaela Eileen Smith,
Susan Lynn Fulmer.
Lori D. Reynolds,
Dan Ray DeLuca.
Joshua McClish,
J. Nicole Martini.
Bryce Jack Brady,
Randy L. Riley.
Catherine Claire Powell,
Annalisa Bryn Collins.
Holly Ann Heseltine,
Danielle Marie Franz.
Evan Joanne Basque,
Michael F. Johnson.
Caitlin M. Drugi,
Tyler Joseph Dietrich.
Molly Elizabeth Mills,
Evan Forrest Werner.
Sarah Joy Anderson,
Alexandra Heisey.
Courtney Yurdiko Yasugawa,
Teresa Eileen Lawrence.
Mary Louise Geist,
Andrea Crystal Ocha.
Laura Catherine Holman,
Travis John Hayes.
Veronica Ann Fustis,
Brooke Kamalani Paukoa.
Sinead Kathleen Martin,
Michelle Tassineri.
Andrew Hamilton Fisher,
Kara M. Dempsey.
Brandon Lee Hartline,
Taylor Ann Klein.
Zachary Michael Uvel,
Jessica Marie Timoney.
Juan C. Kuwana,
Taylor Loretta Red Elk.
Jameis Harms,
Elizabeth Layton,
Natasha Ingraham,
Emmanuel Rodrigo Arenas,
Julie A. Keeger,
Catherine Elizabeth Saboda,
Kara Renee Grant,
Tori Patterson,
Brett Paul Empe,
Jordan Austin Lemons,
Marciela Michelle Jacobson,
Laura Bianca Diaz,
Vanessa Lewis,
John Thomas Bentley,
Leslie Beth Tate,
Brianna Pitcock,
Brian Douglas Johnson,
Jared Nathaniel Lewis,
Jared D. Smith,
Samantha Jo Harding,
Kendall Alicia Casca,
William A. Drimmel,
Marie Louise Guerre,
Chase Michael Duckworth,
Esteban Palencia,
Jamie Elaine Bingham,
J.C. Leighton Willing,
Megan Michelle Gibson,
Alex C. Lehrman,
Chad Andrew Stewart,
Paige Lynn Sellards,
Austin William Lewis,
Troy Ian Hayes,
Miller Moore,
Michelle Marie Jimenez,
David Jeffrey Hirsch,
Sean Alexander Connor,
Chief Andrews Chisholm,
Nicholas J. Clevenberg,
Andrea Nicole Nelson,
Darby Victoria Kenyon,
Kirby Ann Carlson,
Kimber Lynn Hunt,
Tomas Obel Zagara,
Drew Kelly Rismersma,
Travis Cade Smith,
Sarah Hashmat Borajan,
Patricia Lynn Bowen,
Alisa Catherine Milstead,
Kevin R. Coslet,
Lori Nicole Mason,
Cynthia Grace Erica England,
Marie Watts McCulloch,
Jessica A. Rodriguez,
Addison James Quam,
Christina Tonica Hernandez,
Jessica Lynn Consi,
Paige Elizabeth Urquhart,
Melissa Marie Rose,
Taylor Marie Carney,
Austin Julius Walters,
Nicole Ann Benson,
Ian R. Cavey,
Kristen Michelle Thibodeau,
Dalton Lennis William Compton,
Bragita Komeski,
Kevin Robert Schumard,
Alicia Weatherford,
Nielsen Richard Rexrow,
Jenica Michelle Davis,
Patrick Kyle Schwartz,
Natasha Marie Erdman,
Melissa Ray Roberts,
Cody W. Thornton,
Samantha K. Walker,
Shante Thornton Haman,
Brandon Carter Stevenson,
Nicole Kimberly Gould,
Jenny Fothergill,
Emily Morgan Petty,
Alexandra Nicole Isnor,
Jamie J. Leader,
Christelle Elizabeth Starry,
Danielle Margaret Wonky,
Alicia Kathleen Sandra Christensen,
Bailey Michelle Rogers,
Carly Ann Krewall,
Lindsay Renee Yont,
Caitlin A. Martin,
Taylor Jane Hartung,
Jacob Michael Mack,
David Paul McKenzie III,
Stephen Andrew Johnston,
Tyler Stephen Rasa,
Danielle Eli Luna,
Kyle Patrick McCaughey,
Nicholas A. Canfield,
Matthew Brian Humphreys,
Kelsey Nicole Milligan,
Genevieve Iring Ling,
Alexandra Glenn Kelly,
Catherine Christine Meisel,
Nicholas R. Parenti,
Amy Suzanne Clark,
Aaron D. Rodriguez,
Jamie Sue Hexam,
Bradley John Payne,
Rose DiMatteo,
Sarah Renee Feldner,
Amanda Elizabeth McOslin,
Monique R. Vicchetto,
Vin Kong Lee,
Alexis Theory,
Julianne S. Chires,
Casey Elise Upson,
Cliff Coppinger,
Travis Scott Wirtz,
Shanna Dawn Kitterell,
Sophia Spencer,
Sherry Elizabeth Cook,
Christina Chapman,
Kimberly Lynn Oberlin-Dacher,
Christopher Jimmy Sutherland,
Carissa West,
Romeric Bantumakulu Makuna,
Elizabeth Ann Humphrey,
Daniel L. Park,
Derek Scott Menser,
Sierra Lynn Holler,
Jasmine Avitia,
Austin Joseph Dewey,
Jared S. Hand,
Maria Magdalena Wilkins,
Andrew Magnuson Hand,
Amanda Jean Loftus,
Sandra Walker,
Natalie Ziegler,
Laura A. Hines,
Haley Lynn Bowersox,
Shailene Marie Desclus,
Madison Alexis Wharton,
Samantha Victoria Marie Showers,
Delaney Ann Rosas,
Cody James Weatherelt,
Celeste Louise Giordani,
Catherine Justine Lale,
Lauren Kathleen Tomlinson,
Ponsak Tengpachan,
Andrew Robert Mason,
Emily Renee Sun,
Miguel Angel Ayala,
Ocean Marguerite Peyoy,
Alan Sebastian Olmos,
Joseph W. Spinuzzi,
April Denise Mantha,
Jeffrey Thomas Shamber,
Sonia Y. Sherlock,
Jeffrey Harrison Thompson,
Jennifer Marie Hake,
Jenna Christine Jarolamek,
Sarah Jeanette Loren,
Brooke Margaret Graham,
Raven Boyer,
Michaela Ann Finley,
Allison Johanna Jeffries,
Sierra Lene Bell,
Trent Samuel Thomas,
Kyle Greg Young,
Paige Michelle McMahon,
Michael Paul Crane Wallace,
Riley Lynn Buckles,
Logan James Smith,
Amanda Ryder,
Alicia Marie Mendoza,
Alisa Bay Smith,
Skylar Kendall Podasek,
Laura Marie Newman,
Sabrina Bastian Mortensen,
Madeline Hope Jewell,
Ashley Nicole Berla,
Isabella Marie Pratt,
Dakota Phillips,
Justine Brooklyn Jewell,
Sydney Lynn Butler,
Jenna Ann Hamilton,
Gretchen Annette Garner,
Kaylee Renee Green,
Kira N. Awadonal,
Annalisa Marie Armbruster,
Madison Taylor Lowe,
Andrea Burton,
Corey David Gervais,
Morgan Marie D'Agostino,
Michael John Miniar,
Catherine Lynn McDonald,
Chantel Martinez,
Demi M. Bone,
Trace Blackstone,
Ashley Michelle Rozam,
Melissa V. Mason,
Christy Lynn Hendricks,
Ellen Marie Fogg,
Kristen N. M. Labrum,
Megan Elizabeth Green,
James Edward Albertson,
Caitlin Elizabeth Neal,
Melissa D. Lamar,
Kylie Holdaway,
Zarin Beatty,
Krista Janelle Neal,
Elijah James Canus,
Jessica Marie Martinez,
James H. Harena,
Angus William Pollard,
Diana Christine Slowinski,
Jacob W. Martinez,
Wala Adel Al-Zawad,
Joseph Alvin Christensen,
Sadaf Shefa,
Kylie R. Samander,
Angela Barlow,
Mackenzie Taylor Linium,
Nicholas Devan Marcus,
Kelsey K. Haffen,
Kevin R. Coburn,
Sadie M. Larson,
Madeline Shea O'Donnell,
Zoe Annalise Friel,
Abigail Delana Hayes,
Christina Marie Hartman,
Lizzie Widner,
Eric's Edward Garsvo,
Jade Catherine Rose Donnelly,
Erez Helena Bergstrom,
Cassidy Janice Yatsko,
Courtney Ellen Carter,
Louis Michael Coyne,
Nicholas Michael Carlson,
Brooke Amelia Berard,
Joel Alejandro Velasco,
Elsa Calderon Martinez,
Rianne Boyd,
Eunice Marcias Macias,
Melissa Nicole Menyagi.
Megan Nicole Brown.
Michelle K. Allred.
Malcolm Kenneth McKay IV.
Samantha D. Doyle.
Stephen Wood.
Tyler Penner.
Dirk Joseph Mendive.
James S. Rasmussen.
Jacob Daniel Beaver.
Brooke Lane Putra.
Madeline M. Wright.
Kristen Hunter Lawrence.
Unji Lee.
Kendra Renee Haddon.
Lindsay Morlock.
Ulkesha T.M. McNerlin.
Emily Elizabeth Carroll.
Jacob Lloyd Crane.
Anna K. Wanless.
Garrett Nye Camp.
Joshua J. Davenport.
Michael Patrick Ramondi.
Dustin E. Kelly.
Victoria Marie Whalen.
Claire Catherine Kelly.
Catherine Sharp.
Sarah Ashley Beardsley.
Daisha Renee White.
Richard Brandt Leo.
Tatum Moira McMahon.
Andrew Marcus McLean.
Jesus Enrique Gonzalez Jr.
Samantha Lane Sharp.
Elias Ricks Lines.
Estefani Vega.
Bogdan Makar.
Margaret Seville Messmore.
Thomas Daniel Garrett.
Megan Marie Boomiller.
Bartha Varapi.
Elliot Giuseppe.
Rachel Lynn Aguilar.
Hudson Taylor Beckendall.
Shelley Renee Needles.
Maureen George and Kelly.
Linda Marie Redmond.
Eliza Marie Molarski.
John Charles DeRose.
Lindy Ann Castro.
Marina Atina.
Bailey Grace Reesberg.
Megan Moore.
Lauren L. Hosick.
Alexander Robert Bodine.
Connor James O'Brien.
Mackenzie Maddie.
Connor Lee Armstrong.
Louisa Catherine Duncan.
Nathan Rushing Lowry.
Erica Johnson Scour.
Joseph Richard St. Romain.
Tyler Nichelle Manlin.
Madison K. Pike.
Emily Beverly Nolly.
Taylor Nicole Freiberg.
Billy Lynn Peacock.
Laura Michelle Pasloni.
Crystal Blanchard.
Paulina Lucia Bravo Morris.
She is Shin Lily Shin.
Jennifer Ann Barcelona.
Sarah Arjona.
Antonia Joy Bates.
Jordan Leah Stratman.
Kenneth Martin Worth.
Megan Janae Kelly Slutton.
Tara Donna De Manitsko.
Tatiana Nayeli Silva.
Sarah Ann Collins.
Natalie Olson Bennett.
Gabrielle Nicole Winston.
David M. Heaven.
Paola Andrea Joya.
Cameron Christopher Gordon.
Jess Brett Lang.
Adriana Maria Pascuso.
Alexander Stefan Mark.
Have I said this one yet? Have I said this one yet?
Madeleine Grace Cresslins.
Amanda June Skinner. I think we took it too soon.
John William Strait II.
Emily Wren.
Carl Eric Owen.
McAllister James Mallory.
Jacob Kendall Morris.
Darby Sullivan Abling.
Please join us in congratulating these graduates. Graduates, please be seated. Will Dr. Ken Peterson, Dean of the College of Business and Economics, and Dr. Keith Harvey, Associate Dean, please come forward and recognize the graduates from the College of Business and Economics? And will the graduates receiving degrees from the College of Business and Economics please rise and come to the front of the stage?
You rocked it. I know.
It better be easy to say. It better be easy to say.
David A. Ventura.
Alyssa Marie Hedden.
Alyssa B. Kirkbride.
James Philip Karras II.
Victoria Elizabeth Delgado.
Mitchell Daniel Castro.
Angelica Pupko.
Erica Diane Chappell.
Elena Lindsay Garrity.
Stephen Clifton Johnson.
Danielle Marie Abunader.
Chelsea B. Manline.
Jacob Noel Boland Ulvilden.
Stephen Michael Davis.
Samantha Catherine Perry.
Andrew John Barsh.
Brittany Ann Johnson.
Ian Dyer Keys.
Jordan K. Price.
Matthew C. Thatcher.
Morgan Joseph Civarella.
Chloe Marie Keller.
Joshua Elliott.
Caitlin Rose Sullivan.
Michael Forrest Williams Jr.
Hannah Michelle Reed.
Austin R. Myers.
Cody Rell.
Christopher Dale Welch.
Catherine Louise Clark.
Benjamin Reese.
Alex Christina Crabiel.
Rudolph Eric Binkley Jr.
Jackson Reed.
David George Garrison.
Christopher Ryan Martindale.
Cameron Jamal Clark.
Christian Andrew Kincaid.
Jason Renee Wirtz.
Ryan Earl Ricks.
Delaney Dean McCausland.
Jansen M. Zener.
Riley Claire Lewis.
Amy Jean Clifton.
Perry Vinhue Trong.
Megan Noel Spears.
Wayne Eldridge.
Marco Antonio Vasquez Ortiz.
Rebecca Sue Zipfel.
Bailey Turner.
Emily Renee Lopez.
Carson Alexander Stawning.
Justin Thomas Chaplin.
Shay Alyssa Amdor.
Alyssa Rebecca Dodd.
Tori Rose Baker.
Brittany Jean Rosengarten.
Allison Corsetti.
Janice Rubert.
Marlena Baugh.
Andrew J. Wilson IV.
Manny Quintero.
Daniel Charles Vanderhoff.
Tyler Stephen Schaefer.
Jacob Tyler Maupin.
Regina Eramase Imaniji.
Nicholas Paul Staub.
Christopher John Stone.
David Elliott.
Sneha Prakash.
Charles Bear Hoff.
Jennifer Christine Cox.
Laura Jean Paul.
Gilbert Mbanyintwari.
Madison Faye Richards.
Mohammed Hussein Rahimi.
Casey Robert Schultz.
Naif Altotaibi.
Tyler Andrew Picard.
Ibrahim B. Alataibi.
Cameron Gable Kristen.
Mazin Rajab Ibrahim.
Anthony Michael Rhodes.
Evan L. Amidan.
Marissa R. Grayson.
Sean Ippolito.
Cameron Joseph Cobb.
Austin James Heindel.
Chancey Elaine Knopp.
Edson Gonzalez.
Carlos Fisher.
Abdulaziz Karimi.
Justin Robert Carr.
Abdullah Abdullah Alanizi.
Erica Ann Smith.
Israel Dimas.
Brink Williams Bolin.
Amber N. Orr.
Travis Harley Kaufman.
Megan Lynn Breyer.
Jacob Alfred Matthews.
Christopher Jonathan Neely.
Austin F. Wade.
Nicholas Scott Duncan.
Queen Anne M. Marshall.
Hunter James Latta.
Nicholas Daniel Kessler.
Blake Stephen Lucas.
Spencer M. Hensey.
Chris Montana.
Will James Smelser.
Ronetta L. Smith.
Allison Leanne Collar.
Nicolette Evelyn Roper.
Chrislyn Lily Doty.
Andrew Kyle Rusink.
Jessica Elaine Muir.
Ashley Hull.
Deidre Leanne Wilson.
Brandon Donald Aristo.
Connor James Johnston.
Ashley Martinez Sosa.
Tyler Jacob Bailey.
Aram Kim.
Helena Shea Schechter.
Koi Minhua Chong.
Sienna Marie Groshong.
Ahmad Adel Abuel Saud.
Lindsay Gale Harwood.
Nicholas E. Holt Taskey.
Mason Tucker Lowe.
Adrian Munoz Sanchez.
Dylan James Kaniko.
Dakota Marcus Schaefer.
Laura Bayer Winslow.
Mindy Joe Coburn.
Matthew Sanford.
Evan Kramer.
Jamie Elaine Martin.
Yasmin Bulos.
Josh Hall.
Tyrone James Howard.
Morgan Nicole Boyer.
Erin Elizabeth Duffin.
Nathan Eric Jensen.
Scott Anthony Saylor.
Brent Arnold.
Abby E. LaChance Cunningham.
Anthony James Adams.
Shahed Lafta.
James Thomas Hall.
Brian Douglas Taylor.
Victoria Lee Ress.
Joshua Stephen Haver.
Carly Michelle Baker.
Jared Scrimieri.
Madison Ray Rossi.
Claudia Sarahi Martinez Rodriguez.
Kelly Michelle McCluskey.
Daisy Baltazar Herrera.
Alec Michael Merlino.
Tuan Min Win.
Tyler Matthew Durkee.
Katia Valeria Peralta Arroyo.
Jewan Tolanji.
Eva M. Browning.
Nicholas Mariano Bonilla.
Caleb Morgan Peters.
Christian John Carlson.
Jesse Rain Curtis.
Maxwell Allen Cunningham.
Peter Olney.
Austin Douglas Lowe.
Thomas Michael Reardon.
Marcus Ben Hoskins.
Sage Levi Beilenberg.
Matthew Cameron Aziz.
Ryan Ross Hope.
Cameron Anthony Bustani.
Walid Mohammed Mubarki.
Nathan Allen Howgate.
Michael Jacob Bell.
Earl Howard McCreary.
Abdulrahman Saeed Mubarki.
Bryce Peelstick.
Khalid Abdullah Al-Shaheri.
Robert Gabriel Romero.
Adel Mansour Al-Zarani.
Jason Daniel Barnes.
Ali Abdullah Al-Aljalan.
Joseph Earl White.
Allison Marie Barker.
Blake Shamblin Armstrong.
Laura Elizabeth King.
Justin Mills Salandaka.
Sharia Latrice Scoville.
Dean Lowell Ray.
Catherine Lynn Treasure.
Anthony Robert Halibachuk.
Margaret Marie Phillips.
Sophie Elizabeth Hannigan.
Anthony Strandy.
Joel Black.
Garrett Levi Carter.
Brian V. Talbot.
Mark Thomas Beck.
John C. Austin.
Ernie Joshua Benitez.
Brian Matthew Haynes.
Chris Patrick Caldwell.
Eric Edward Laskowski.
Jake Tyler Hagan.
Cody Daniel Stump.
Jason D. Everman.
Dylan Scott Farrar.
Nicholas Degnan.
Clint Ellenwood.
Timothy Sean Davis.
Jose Benito Juarez.
Sadie Lynn Anderson.
Hunter C. Mann.
Mohammed Ibrahim Aldosari.
Luke Gillette.
Hamad Abdulkarem Al-Kutub.
Ray R. Bradley.
Abdullah Al-Ajmi.
Matt Francis Garceau.
Sultan bin Shoiya.
Kylie Kate Daniels.
Sebastian Evan Nielsen.
Kaylee Ann Ostrowski.
Ravin Andrews.
Amber McKenna Hunsaker.
Michael Arthur Moreau II.
Brooke Catherine Jardine.
Rebecca Marie Grad.
Kelsey Monterotti.
Reagan K. Haldy.
Heidi Gallegos.
Gabriel Humberto Perez.
Felicia R. Barlow.
Shane Williams Rhodes.
Jeremy Stocking.
Peter William Bergman.
Alexis D. Hansen.
Benjamin Henry Matsukichi Ohashi.
Nora Alanizi.
Tandra Lorraine Benavides.
Shahed Ahmed Ali.
Stephen William Pekka.
Brett Ryan Davis.
Timothy Conroy.
Alston James Hedges.
Kelsey Ann Geddes.
Stephanie Herbert.
Madison Elvie Ortiz.
Lindsay Joy.
Colleen Marie Penny.
Megan Alexandra Wenger.
Delen Elizabeth Breedlove.
Denali A. Spurl.
Chessa Rose Lilly.
Brenna Claire Murray.
Allison Marie Miller.
Busayo Teoluwani Apampa.
Kaylee Nicole Lovins.
Kristen Geralba.
Julie Elizabeth Trout.
Keegan Dunn.
Tabitha Page.
Tyler Schenkel.
Joaquin Alvarez Zavala.
Lauren Elizabeth Johnson.
Cecilia Morales.
Lorraine Ruth Stoffels.
Tanjiba Naureen.
Levi G. Morris.
Andrew Claire Peterson Jr.
Alejandro Avila.
Braden Allen Blazer.
Ruben Gilardo Perez. Milad A. Askayar.
Please join us in congratulating these graduates. Graduates, please be seated. Will Dr. Jennifer Snow, Associate Dean of the College of Education, and Dr. Brett Shelton, Department Head, Educational Technology, please come forward and recognize the graduates from the College of Education. And will the graduates from the College of Education receiving their degrees please rise and come to the front of the stage.
I just didn't want you to get...
Just kidding.
Yes. Let's do this. We've got our correct deans, education. Sierra Virginia Larson.
Lindsay Rochelle Newell.
Whitney Ann Thornton.
Darlene Renee Wells.
Joy X Winslow.
Jordan M. Bunn.
Karen H. Sandine.
Kylie Linnell Page.
Nicholas Gennaro Karakan.
Jennifer Deering.
Brittany L. Hoffman.
Kelsey G. Cole.
J.C. Robin Morrison.
Chanel Taylor Wyckoff.
Madeline Grace Matheson.
Amanda Rose Cannon.
Lauren E. Ledger.
Cassidy Joy Butler.
Christina Marie Fowle.
Caitlin Elizabeth Jones.
Brooke Chantel York.
Taylor Brianne Paddington.
Mackenzie Lynn Perrin.
Luisa Conchetta Spagnolo.
Alyssa Ray Truncatus.
Sarah Lee Connors.
Dana L. Borer.
Rose Epperson.
Blake Matthew Aumiller.
Samantha Dawn Dawson.
Grace Elizabeth Ellis.
Jiyin Young.
Raven Rain Gradient.
Kayunju Gracie Suk.
Sadie Jane Kalinak.
Ahweng Kim.
Ashley Carolyn Lohman.
Ka Deong Kim.
Widgie Bailey Ray Bender.
Haley Marie Archuleta.
Lauren Marie Shomes.
Lindsay Marie Brugman.
Oscar Artiga.
Janine Jacqueline Garrett.
Janesse DeLon Barr.
Alexandra Renee Taylor.
Brittany C. Boone.
Jacqueline Brianne Blackstone.
Miranda Jean Warburton Smith.
Paige Holloway.
Haley Berg.
Kylie Rebecca Cox.
Kaylee Brooke Kiefer.
Kirsten Marie Youngblood.
Coraren Bellamy.
Mackenzie K. Kyler.
Angel R. Mariah.
Lindsay Nicole Bradford.
Jennifer Milliman.
Elizabeth Marie Whipple.
Christina Marie Clark.
Please join us in congratulating these graduates. Graduates, please be seated. Will Dr. Amy Mall, Dean of the College of Engineering, and Dr. Janet Callahan, Associate Chair of Materials Science and Engineering, please come forward and recognize the graduates from the College of Engineering. And will the graduates from the College of Engineering please rise and come to the front of the stage.
Engineering, this is always a tough one. Thank you. Benjamin Andrew Foch.
John Hoss Spain.
Christopher Lee Simmons.
Joshua William Glynn.
Eric Michael Jones.
Mohammed Alatar.
Aaron M. Bonet,
Fatih Altunay,
Christine Louise Santos,
Preston Michael Riggs,
Kyle Patrick Ring,
Darian B. Miles,
Grant Travis Moore,
Jordan Lee Vandegrift,
Andy Nicole Zeller,
Steve Douglas Johns,
Catherine Holler,
Matthew Lawson,
Khalil Dewan Williams,
Aaron John Bartz,
Jong Song Kim,
Lucas Albert Nukaya Hedi,
Jason Yazto Kuwada,
John Paul D. Stroud,
Juan Kun Sirikochichiankul,
Scott Brown,
Benjamin August Sinsel,
Danielle Jean Nichols,
Jonathan Zarkani,
Riley Mackenzie Hunt,
Timothy D. Roberts,
Jennifer I. Domanowski,
Joseph Thomas H. Smith,
Aline Elquist,
Ryan Thayer,
Megan Kathleen Early Newburn,
David Van Liddergraaf,
Ali Al-Kandari,
Travis Wayne Oliver,
Ali Al-Sarif,
Hussein Ali Aldanin,
Nasir Alutebi,
Laith A. Atai,
Haider Ali Malik,
Nicholas Ricardo Kota,
Abdullah Yaqub Dashti,
Kai Luan Minvo,
Bandar Al-Zufari,
Grady Beck,
Omar F. Altedi,
Trayton Joseph Santani,
Eric Bradley Nelson,
Jonah Bradley Duncan,
Nicholas Bryce Becken,
Paul L. Lucia III,
Tyler Robinson Parkinson,
Waleed Saad Al-Harbi,
Chelsea Dillon Folk,
Tyler James Dale,
Brad Howard Kinney,
Michael Alexander Van Kirk,
Drew Patrick Johnson,
Benjamin Miller,
Daniel Hampikian,
Oliver Alvarez,
Robert Cody Davies,
Kyle P. Ostrom,
Thomas Adam Robbins,
Ryan Roundtree,
Alice Tolman,
Griffith Allen,
Brooke Layla Bishop,
Brady Riley,
David Collis Jameson,
Kip Prentice,
Ryan Dummer,
Daniel Joshua Grundhauser,
David Cody Johnson,
Joseph Kavlin Wiggins Jr.,
Zane Jeffrey Smith,
Wesley R. Hybe,
Hayden James Shellhorn,
Jacob Tyler Papka,
Adam Gann,
Chiring Tashi Sherpa,
David Day Heyman IV,
Casey Ryan Newsom,
Christian James Trout,
Luke Jesse Roberts,
Stuart Perry,
Kevin Barreto,
Samuel W. Wold,
Vu Tran,
Maxwell Lewis Bennett,
Alexander R. Benz,
Sean D. Atkinson,
Aaron Gardner,
Madison Elizabeth Krentz,
Kenneth Dean Hatke,
Tice Pearson,
Davis Clark,
Derek Nesbitt,
Victor Dew,
Kevin Duane Rogers,
Elmer J. Duran,
Emily Ann Tanas,
James Michael Murray,
Matthew Robert McCrae,
Ahmed Alisha,
Nicholas Gagnon,
Omar Salih Al-Karishan,
Rami Haduddin,
Salah Z. Samir,
Michael Abend,
Abdul Majed Obeid Alananzi,
Shaughnessy James Koichi McCracken,
Ahmed Salah Alahi,
Richard Anderson,
Eric Allen Christensen,
Kyle Frank Cummings,
Motaz Abdullah Al-Shar Arini,
Mark James Garland,
Abdullah Rahman Khalid Al-Masoud,
Jacob Christopher Rotten,
Mohammed Aliyahi,
Jahong Lee,
Mutazim Abdullah Al-Khatibib,
Ibrahim Al-Roji,
Sayad Ahmed Al-Durusi,
Brian W. Chapman,
Daniel Alex Kondrayak.
Matthew Ord Gladfelter.
Kyle W. Unra.
Jorgen Daniel Vogie.
Daniel T. Austin.
Carly Nicole Wantulak.
Jesse Lee Dottie.
John Martin Franklin.
Jeremy Sean Braun.
Tyson Anthony Ruffing.
Sharihan Ali.
Connor Johnson Youngkuntz.
Jake Michael Douglas.
Mark Sarkik Balyam.
Jacob Ivy Babel.
Lance Michael Kilbride.
Joshua Andrew Stone.
Dalen Michael Black.
Gunnar Michael Grentz.
Matthew James Small.
Jody Carl Huibor.
Ian Reed Shellman.
Matthew Beeman.
Dylan Southern.
Sean Raymond Brosfield.
Anthony Luis Gianforacaro.
Prabhush Subidi.
Tyler A. Hamilton.
Shreya Timilsina.
Anthony Benjamin Newton.
Shane Brian Hansen.
Catherine Magdalena Sacagawea Henry.
Trenton Nicholas Fleisides.
Sydney Crabtree.
Joseph Alexander Richardson.
Caitlin Nita Getz.
Kayla Marie Papuga.
Ryan Scott Avery. Christopher Andrew Collins. Jacob B. Stein.
Please join us in congratulating these graduates. Graduates, please be seated. Will Dr. Joelle Powers, Associate Dean of the College of Health Sciences, and Dr. Dale Stevenson, Director, School of Allied Health, please come forward and recognize the graduates from the College of Health Sciences? And will the graduates receiving degrees from the College of Health Sciences please rise and come to the front of the stage?
Richard Douglas Brigham IV.
Sarah Lynn Youngen.
Devin Joshua Lane.
Maria del Rosario Zavala.
Caleb Ryan Worley.
Jessica M. Fairchild Wilhelmsen.
Charlie Maloof.
Misha Marlinda Davies.
Anthony Gerasi.
Wyatt Douglas Imos.
Justin John Eaton.
Jacob Sanders Cottle.
Corey P. Burton.
Colin Larson.
Nicholas Orr.
Chad Milburn.
Rabin J. Peterson.
Tristan Jade Youngstrom.
Katie Michelle Saran.
Ryan Fitzpatrick Smith.
Alicia Hannah Hansen.
Rachel Nicole Winter.
Morgan Renee Benson.
Taylor Page Hill.
Jacob Donald Smith.
Sikander Serag.
Haley Marie Sabin.
Kylie Marielle Naveau.
Morgan Alexis Pearson.
Brianne Elizabeth Venrick.
Christopher Benham.
Mackenzie H. McGill.
Madison Jaylyn Fate.
Ashley Lynn Panetta.
Sierra Dawn Ferris.
Isabel Serrano.
Shelby Ann Butts.
Mackenzie Schickel Hansen.
Taylor Ann Valentine.
Shalene Renee Robs.
Sydney Lee Trumbo.
Jason L. Gramajo.
Christina Lynn Spooner.
Courtney Brianne Armstrong.
Russell Edward Hipple.
Chanrati San.
Carly Danielle Moore.
John Matthew Rayburn.
Riley Nicole Weldon.
Robert Sevilla.
Johanna Lynn Thompson.
Eula Mae Lewis.
Mackenzie Marie Morcom.
Amber Nye.
Alexandria Jordan Komlinich.
Jesse Nyasha Tiravepi.
Shelby Lorene Grubbs.
Stephanie M. Mayo.
Hannah Johnson.
Dana Richard Mullins,
Julia Lynn Chancellor,
Elizabeth Marie Sabrowski,
Claire Hessing,
Catherine Patricia Martin Stutzman,
Brittany Nicole Hitt,
Jeffrey Austin Wilkin,
Wyatt Lynn Hayes,
Fawn Lynette White,
Morgan Jean Fletcher,
Mackenzie Smith,
Taylor Nicole J. Bush,
Diane K. Abbey,
Amanda Lynn Labar,
Jordan Ray Graham Axe,
Nicole Elaine Sherritt,
Kofi Osai Ansa,
Christina Gervais Wilson,
Cameron Wayne Knight,
Jade Rose Willie,
Elena Grace Rudder,
Matthew J. Dabrowski,
Jessica Amy Tyndall,
Samantha Wicks,
Monica L. Hernandez,
Brittany Ellen Oyama,
Jeffrey Nelson Hoover,
Felicity Movey Can,
Samantha Tess Goodrich,
Jordan Rose Marthins,
Dana Alexandra Clary,
Olivia Marie Twite,
Amza Al-Halal,
Rachel Ann Stamnitz,
Jennifer Marie Hayes,
Anastasia Lane Tracy,
Mindy M. Hoskins,
Ashley Lynn Hayes,
Nicole Andrea Lake,
Bogar Montebello,
Amy Post,
Sarah June Carley,
Raymond O. Dyer,
Joshua Vance Dunn,
Lindsay Michelle Jordan,
Mark Aaron Steele,
Madison Lee Crook,
Samantha Marie Grippy,
Elizabeth Noel Goldade,
Agnes Aga Boisvert,
Megan Pauline Ireland,
Rosemary Stivers Gold,
Tristan Brent Roberts,
Brooke Amanda Prescott,
Kelsey Lizette McMillan,
Alexia Danielle Lamassurier,
Dulcie Nochebuena,
April Suzanne Heidi,
Gabriel Arroyo Ramirez,
Shelby N. Hopper,
Marcus Andrew Chapa,
Anne Lauren Eckhart,
Azita Saleh,
Annalise Chloe Dykstra,
Molly Carmen Blay,
Sarah Nicole Geisinger,
Abigail Muriel Smith,
Amy Harbin,
Michaela Rose Hadjis,
Morgan Ashley Carbonet,
Elena Anderson,
Catherine Cunningham,
Nera Kesarovich,
Anthony Morera,
Kayla Marie Riggenhagen,
Sarah Dorothy Blevins,
Marissa Rodriguez,
Amanda Elise Muir,
Cameron Ikaka Pernich,
Ashlyn Cooper,
Haley Murray DeVries. Sorry,
Rachel-
Jason Michael Blanshine.
Rachel
Now Haley
Danielle Kovenhack.
Haley DeVries.
Right, one more time. Rachel Danielle Kovenhack,
Jessica Juliet Marshall.
Raven Mariah Weeks,
Katie Joe Smith.
Kelsey Ariel McMorrow,
Leslie Esbady Sedano.
Ryan Duncan Weiner,
Ashlyn Marie Krupa.
Jonathan Daniel Farrell,
Alyssa Marie Hewlett.
Danielle Evelyn Chota,
Delaney Brooks Roman.
Ariel Lynn Weaver,
Brett Allen Campbell.
Jessica Megan Roy,
Shiloh Gestrin.
Jacob Rogers,
Cassidy Lynn Van Warmerdam.
James Kilkenny Sir,
Samuel Buttars.
Bailey Dawn Duro,
Marie Catherine McGuire.
Lee Christine Loper,
Kelsey Dean Reynal.
Emma Hart,
Mackenzie Nichelle Mercier.
Ian Capron,
Abigail Marie Jorgensen.
John Lynn Farr,
Mitchell Lloyd Rummer.
Sylvia Ann Tomeo,
Jasique Bry Drake.
Jesus Leal Tomeo,
Jonathan David Wheatley.
Kyle Christopher Coop,
Rachel Fates.
Leslie Noel Boston Hyde,
Brent M. Baldrica.
Janice Lynn Kustoras,
Bethany Marie Jones.
Lucy Kobusinyai,
Andrew Richard Stone.
Amanda Jean Kilborn,
Andrea Danielle Hill.
Anna C. Tenert,
Mohammed Al-Saleh.
Sonia Estrada,
Tyler Kevin Murray.
Hannah Morgan Carey.
Igor Yuzelich.
Elsa Maria Cervantes.
Ashley J. Simmons.
Mariah Catherine Schinner.
Alyssa Lauren Inger.
Jennifer Ray Pinion.
Lexus S. Taylor.
Abby Louise Brooks.
Matthew Paul March III.
Layla Paranfar.
Kelsey Gorbett.
Rachel Jane Finney.
Alexandra Long.
Catherine Lynn Broderius.
Kristen Smith.
Alexandria Trees.
Taylor Aylesworth Hayfield.
Devin R.G.
Leah Renee Simmons.
Brittany Kahili Pahukoa.
Ashley Christine Kaldestall.
Kaylee B. Wheating.
Marissa Lee Huffman.
Monica Teresa Lebsock.
Adrian Sanchez.
Tanya Arenas.
Matthew Anthony Gasparo.
Tiffany Page Paquette.
Philip Michael Zeke.
Abigail Patricia Azumendi.
Danielle Mossbrooker.
Sarah Adele Chase.
Sydney Elizabeth Nasser.
Kelsey Jane Jenkins.
Hillary Mae Hagan.
Cynthia Rena Coleman.
Gina K. Hunter.
Jonathan Taylor Rude.
Cassie Cheyenne Germano.
Mark A. Saldivar.
Zachary Kaufman.
Dylan Thomas Guff.
Mary Frances Fernandez Burr.
Sarah Jelaine Alert.
Diana Lisbeth Mejia.
Nayela Veridiana Ramirez.
Nathan Lay.
Abigail Lynn Thomas.
Sarah J. Gaffron.
Narida A. Rodriguez.
Lynn Key Bolin.
Lindsay Williams.
Teresa Ann Goodsell.
Ashley Nicole Judd.
Ashley R. Nickel.
Matthew Alexander Nader.
Rahana Mohammed.
Tara Martin.
Mohammed A. Rahimi.
Savannah Adair Kapalungo.
Amanda Rains.
Courtney Page Woodworth.
Nicole Lee Savage.
Ashley Marie Buck.
Madeline L. Delory.
Claudia Rubel.
Holly S. Kulig.
Kristen Elizabeth Merrick.
Casey Megan Balzano.
Danielle Lee Wells.
Stephanie Skaggs.
Elizabeth Lauren Nurse.
Juliana Sato Mock.
Rachel Sue Bisping.
Morency L. Osborne.
Dylan Cruz Flores.
Emily Bartling.
Chelsea Janice Veek.
Perrin Marie Gartner.
Gerald Neil Hoskins.
Cameron Joshua Lutz.
Amanda Lee Schaefer.
Nicholas Howard Owan.
Eric Allen Kurtley.
Tyler Lawrence Wood.
Tetsuya Hasegawa.
Christopher Michael Eidecker.
Kayliana Carroll.
Karen Denise Duncan.
Jason Howard McBride.
Michaela Case.
Lindy Ann Wixom.
Taylor Veline Hochstrasser.
Auden Ponce Valdez.
Ophira Nash Faupuli.
Camille Ray Ferris. Amanda Brooke Jara.
Please join us in congratulating these graduates. Graduates, please be seated. Will Dr. Corey Cook, Dean of the School of Public Service, and Dr. Andrew Giacomazzi, Associate Dean, please come forward and recognize the graduates from the School of Public Service? And will the graduates from the School of Public Service receiving degrees please rise and come to the front of the stage?
Here we go. I know. We want lunch.
Courtney Marie Welch.
Noelle Rangel.
Nicole Lane Martinez.
Kimberly Jima Tudela.
Reese Romero Kimball.
Alexander Ellington.
Alexis Ann Traxinger.
Lindsay Tacky.
Ana Luisa Martinez.
Madison Aaron Lindquist.
Erica Christine Sterling.
Daniel Hansen.
Jacqueline E. Rodriguez.
Gabriel Dene Bolu.
Joseph Charles Rodriguez.
Cody Michael Oswald.
Corvali May Wammer.
Joshua David Killian.
Catherine Float.
Esmeralda Herrera.
Scott Anthony Ludwig.
Victoria Schoonover.
Joshua David Gardner.
Dylan James Marshall Simpson.
Lacey Marie Dimitrovich.
Courtney Ann Leavitt.
Mackenzie Benyon.
Marco Ribar.
Claudia Aravalo.
Evan Matthew Moe.
Nachel Ann Lopez.
Matthew Michael Grooms.
Shauna Lee Moyer.
Matthew T. Cota.
Nathan Douglas Perlman.
Dolan Adams.
Jacob Lee Billmeyer.
Julia Alina Boyd.
Peter Richard Petrich III.
Jordan Gregory Long.
Andrea M. Stewart.
Colin Robert Lamb.
Haley Joe Hart.
Marissa Michelle Breaks.
Valeria Andrea Rivera.
Lauren Alexis Radding.
Richard Hopp.
Celeste Conrad.
Tatum Ann Analuk.
Jessenia F. Robles.
Scott Linus.
Kimberly Luna.
Austin Connor Moore.
Sean Mitchell Powers.
Connor John Michelansky.
Carolyn Elizabeth Nyberg.
Valon Alou.
Robert Fujita.
Jackie May Hernandez.
Taylor Ray O'Connor.
Jordan Darrell Kane.
Susanna Sass.
Jordan Ashley Richardson.
Alexis Grace Irons.
John Ronald Pricho.
Jessica Elva Solider.
Noah Anthony Rotman.
Wendy Sosito.
Brandon Charles Capps.
Emily A. Milborn.
Anna Marie Moorhead.
Rebecca Marie Kopp.
John Paul Crum.
Joshua Scholler.
Daniel Isaac Tellez.
Ty Roland Tomlinson.
Joshua D. Eck.
Kyle Ray Tanner.
Leonarda Eldridge.
Sydney Ruth Layton. Amanda Humphreys. Kina Leah Winiger.
Taylor Lee Steele.
Please join us in congratulating these graduates. Graduates, please be seated.
The closing music this afternoon will be performed by the Boise State Meister Singers, directed by Dr. Michael Porter. They will be performing Le Bois, Boise State's alma mater, music by J.L. Strachan, arranged by Jared Cole Sterm, with words by H. Moore. I ask that everyone please stand for the presentation of our alma mater.
Boise State beautiful, Boise State wonderful,
Dear alma mater, the praise from our lips. Shine from the strength of the Idaho forest. Shine from the hills where the western sun dips. Bring us in honor to tasks of the future. Help us in dignity forward to go. Shrined in our hearts, alma mater beloved. Cast thy warm light on the lives of us all. Boise State beautiful, Boise State wonderful. Hear alma mater, the praise from our lips. Shine from the strength of the Idaho forest. Shine from the hills where the western sun dips.
Thank you, Dr. Porter. Thank you, Meister Singers. Graduates, please be seated. And this is the last time you'll have to be seated. You've played a critical role in the life of this university. You attended Boise State in a dynamic and transformational period in our proud history. As increasing numbers of students from across Idaho and beyond come to Boise State, campus life is enriched immeasurably, adding to the chemistry that turns a university campus into a living and learning community. Never forget the role that each and every one of you played in building the Boise State of today and tomorrow, and in contributing to the quality and the value of the Boise State degree. Indeed, your role will be recognized as one of the building blocks that empowered Boise State to serve a stronger Idaho, to build our state and regional economy, and to improve the civic fabric of this very special place we call home. As we come to the conclusion of our ceremony today, this is the moment when I welcome you to your new Alumni Association. You now belong to an Alumni Association. And I usually add some line about how it entitles you to lifelong solicitations from Boise State University. However, we live in interesting times, as they say. And alumni associations are so much more than places just to get news about your alma mater. You are graduating at a time that Thomas Friedman, the New York Times op-ed columnist, has called the age of acceleration, where change is occurring so rapidly in the workplace and in our society that the education that we validate for you today will probably need reinforcement in just a few years, whether it's here or somewhere else. We hope as you take each new step in your career that you'll consider the Boise State Alumni Association to be of service to you, whether it's mentoring, career counseling, advice, additional educational opportunities here at Boise State or elsewhere beyond the degree you earn today. So we invite you to become a member and join the thousands of your fellow graduates who have elected to remain connected and leave a legacy imprint that will serve future generations of Broncos. To demonstrate the growing influence of our alumni community at Boise State, I'd like to ask all of our alumni in the audience to rise so we can congratulate you on being members of the Boise State Alumni Association. And now, graduates, friends, and families of graduates, after the ceremony, please join the graduates at the college receptions in the Kevin Williams Sports Complex, located behind the stadium to the north. And feel free to be one of the first in line, and it'll be a long line, for family graduation photos on our B Plaza in front of the administration building. And now, graduates, for the last time, please rise. All right. Those graduates who are receiving a baccalaureate degree or associate degree, please signify in unison the completion of your graduation by moving your tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left side of your mortarboard. Congratulations, graduates. Thanks to our guests for attending. Have a great summer.